I had just spent $30 million on a brand new supercar. But before I could even drive it out of the 4S dealership, the saleswoman suddenly stopped me. Mr. Liu, there's a problem with your bank transaction. We also need to perform a final system upgrade on the car. Please leave the key with us, and you can pick it up by 2 o'clock tomorrow. I didn't think much of it. After all, it was an official dealership, so I handed over the key without any suspicion. However, less than 30 minutes later, I was stunned to see my own supercar speeding down the road. A male salesman was behind the wheel, while the same saleswoman sat comfortably in the passenger seat. I didn't lose my temper or chase after them. Instead, I quietly opened the car's mobile app and activated its GPS tracking and remote security system. Soon, the car was driven far outside the city. Suddenly, the doors locked automatically. No matter how hard they pulled the handles, they couldn't open them. We're screwed. It must be that brat's doing. Call the police and tell them he illegally trapped us in the car. Hearing the two of them twist the truth so shamelessly made me laugh. What they didn't know was that the moment I bought the car, I had already activated its intelligent monitoring system. Every movement of the vehicle was being recorded in real time. As expected, less than an hour later, I received a call from the police. Mr. Liu, you're suspected of illegally confining 2 individuals inside your vehicle. Please unlock the car immediately. I didn't argue over the phone. Instead, I headed straight to the Qingxi police station. By the time I arrived, the officers had already released the 2 salespeople. Ling Weiwei's makeup was smeared all over her face, and the elegant image she always showed on social media had completely fallen apart. The moment they saw me, hatred filled their eyes, as if I were the criminal. Officer, he's the one! He tricked us into driving into the wilderness and locked us inside the car. He was trying to take revenge on us. We only borrowed his car for a short drive. Was it really necessary to go this far? We honestly thought we were going to die in there. Liu Zian, this isn't over. Weiwei has been traumatized because of you. We're definitely going to hold you legally responsible. The 2 of them worked together perfectly, acting like innocent victims. I remained calm. Without saying a word, I opened my briefcase, took out a stack of documents, and placed them on the desk in front of the police officer. Inside were my vehicle purchase contract, proof of the $2.8 million payment, and screenshots showing the vehicle's real-time GPS location. Then I calmly looked at the officer. Officer, let me ask you a question. If someone steals your money and tries to run away, and you use legal methods to locate that money and stop the thief, would that be considered illegal? The officer frowned. What exactly are you trying to say? It's very simple. That car is my legally purchased property. I paid for it with my own money today. But before I could even leave the dealership, these employees lied to me, claiming the vehicle needed a system upgrade, just so they could take my car keys. My personal belongings were still inside the vehicle. When someone illegally takes my property, I have every right to protect it. As I finished speaking, I took out my phone and played an audio recording. In the recording, Ling Weiwei's voice echoed clearly throughout the room. Mr. Liu, the system on your new car needs to be upgraded. Please hand me the key first, and I'll take care of everything for you. The recording ended. The entire room fell into complete silence. Just then, the door to the police station burst open. Mr. Sun, the manager of the 4S dealership, rushed inside in a panic. The moment he saw me, he hurried over with an apologetic smile plastered across his face. Mr. Liu, I'm so sorry. This is all just a misunderstanding. They're young employees who don't understand the rules. I sincerely apologize for the trouble they've caused. This is simply a small misunderstanding between our dealership and a customer. There's no need to involve the police. We can settle everything privately. He forced an awkward smile and continued. We'll provide 2 premium maintenance services, a set of imported German luxury seats, and additional compensation. The car wasn't lost, and no one was hurt. If this matter gets bigger, it won't benefit anyone. Looking at the fake smile on his face, and the way he begged for forgiveness only after getting caught, I couldn't help but laugh. I suddenly burst into laughter. Mr. Sun, do you have any idea how long I've been waiting for this car? Do you know how much extra I paid just to get this limited edition color? Do you even understand what this car means to me? I planned to give it to myself as a reward for years of hard work. But after everything that happened today, this isn't a misunderstanding anymore. It's blatant theft and fraud. The smile on Mr. Sun's face instantly froze. He clearly hadn't expected me to reject every attempt at settling the matter privately. Ignoring all of his offers, I calmly stated my 3 demands. First, I don't want a car that has been tampered with or abused. I want either a full refund or a brand new replacement vehicle. Second, Zhao Lei and Ling Weiwei stole my car and then tried to frame me. They must be fired immediately. Third, Xinhuang International 4S dealership must publish an official letter of apology on its official website. The entire police station fell silent. Mr. Sun's face turned pale before quickly twisting into anger. Young man, you've got quite an appetite. The car has already been registered. Replacing it with a new one is impossible. And you want us to issue a public apology? Who do you think you are? He immediately turned toward the police officers. Officers, you can see we're not the unreasonable ones. We're willing to compensate him, but he refuses to accept it. At most, this is a civil dispute. However, one of the officers calmly replied, based on the evidence currently available, Zhao Lei and Ling Weiwei are suspected of using another person's vehicle without authorization. As for compensation, that's a civil matter. We recommend that both parties negotiate and resolve it peacefully. Although the officer remained impartial, Mr. Sun was obviously unhappy that things weren't going his way. Unable to argue with the police, he redirected all of his frustration toward me. Mr. Liu, I'd advise you to think this through carefully. Xinhuang International isn't as simple as you think. There are powerful people standing behind us. It won't do you any good to make enemies over such a small matter. The threat was obvious. He assumed a young man like me would immediately back down after hearing those words. Unfortunately for him, he had picked the wrong person. I smiled calmly. Really? Then I'd like to see just how powerful your backers really are. Mr. Sun, why don't you repeat that threat one more time? For a brief moment, his face turned the color of pig's liver. His usual calm demeanor completely disappeared. Kid, do you really think you're going to scare me? The people backing us could scare you to death. Have you ever heard of Wang Jihong from Qingjian Group? If you insist on making a scene today, I guarantee you won't even be able to survive in this city. Wang Jihong's name carried enormous influence in the area. He was someone with connections on both sides of the law, a man almost everyone knew. Mr. Sun stared directly into my eyes, expecting to see fear. Instead, he was met with complete indifference. Without saying another word, I calmly took out my phone and made a call. A relaxed voice answered almost immediately. Hey, old Lou! What made you call today? Weren't you busy enjoying your new toy? Mr. Sun frowned. The voice sounded strangely familiar, but he couldn't remember where he'd heard it before. I smiled. Don't even mention it. I finally picked up the limited edition supercar I've been waiting 6 months for from Xinhuang International. But before I even made it 500 meters away from the dealership, they stole my car. And now they're even threatening to make sure I can't survive in this city. The moment the other person heard those words, his tone instantly turned cold. Mr. Sun's face went deathly pale. Because the man on the other end of the phone was Tiger. The biggest automotive reviewer in the country, with tens of millions of followers across every major platform. One sentence from Tiger could send a brand's sales through the roof, or destroy the reputation of an entire dealership overnight. Tiger wasn't just another car blogger. He worked with more than 80 major dealerships and over 100 luxury automotive brands. A single review from him could send a brand's sales through the roof, or destroy the reputation of an entire 4S dealership overnight. The moment he heard what had happened, he exploded. Are they out of their minds? They actually dared to steal your car? And not just any car, the ice blue limited edition you've been waiting 6 months to receive? Xinhuang International, right? Send me the address immediately. I'm bringing my entire team there, and we're going live. I've already thought of the title. A $2.8 million supercar stolen within 30 minutes. Dealership employees threaten the owner after stealing his car. Every single word echoed throughout the police station. The room fell into complete silence. Mr. Sun looked as though he had already seen tomorrow's headlines. Once Tiger started his live stream, the story would spread across the internet overnight. Xinhuang International would become the laughingstock of the entire automotive industry. As for him, his career would be over. Maybe Wang Jihong had enough influence to silence a few people locally, but there was no way he could silence tens of millions of netizens. Mr. Sun's legs gave out beneath him. He nearly collapsed onto the floor. Mr. Tiger, it's all a misunderstanding. I swear, it's just a misunderstanding. I calmly ended the call. For a brief moment, the entire room remained silent. Then I looked at Mr. Sun and smiled. So, can we talk about replacing my car and issuing that public apology now? Sitting on the floor, Mr. Sun let out a long sigh before forcing a smile that looked even worse than crying. His attitude had changed completely. Mr. Liu, you actually know Tiger? What a misunderstanding! We were all on the same side and simply failed to recognize each other. Before I could answer, his phone suddenly rang. The moment he looked at the caller ID, the little color left in his face disappeared. He answered the call immediately. A furious voice roared through the speaker. Sun Maokai! Who the hell did you offend? Tiger's manager just called me. They're preparing a live stream exposing our dealership. I'm warning you, if you don't solve this immediately, pack your things and get the hell out. Even without using the speakerphone, everyone in the room could hear the furious voice. It was Director Zhang, the regional director of the dealership group. Director Zhang. I know I was wrong. I'll handle everything immediately. Mr. Sun lowered his head. When he looked back at me, his eyes were already red with panic. Only then did Zhao Lei and Ling Weiwei realize I wasn't just another ordinary customer they could bully. Both of them rushed toward me. Mr. Liu, please. We were blind. Please let us go, I beg you. I can't afford to lose this job. We'll never do anything like this again. Before I could respond, Mr. Sun's phone rang once more. This time, he respectfully handed the phone to me. Mr. Liu. Director Zhang wants to apologize to you personally. I took the phone. On the other end, Director Zhang spoke sincerely. Mr. Liu, on behalf of the company, I sincerely apologize for this serious failure in our management. We will deal with Sun Maokai, Zhao Lei, and Ling Weiwei according to company policy. I only hope you'll give us a chance to make this right. Please, don't let Tiger come to the dealership. I answered calmly. Director Zhang, my demands haven't changed. What I want isn't free maintenance or any kind of compensation. I want justice. I understand your feelings, Mr. Liu. Director Zhang replied immediately. We'll replace your car with a brand new one, issue a public apology, and provide additional compensation for your emotional distress. We'll satisfy any reasonable request you have. His intention was obvious. He wanted to settle everything with money and protect the company's reputation. But remembering how arrogant Sun Maokai had been only moments earlier, the anger inside me only grew stronger. Compensation? Do you really think I'm short on money? As I spoke, my eyes fell on the vehicle app on my phone. I opened the detailed security log. A stream of cold, precise data appeared on the screen. An unauthorized device attempted to access the vehicle's OBD interface. The access request was rejected. The vehicle's security firewall automatically activated and triggered an emergency alert. The moment I saw those records, my heart sank. Because the OBD port isn't just another diagnostic connector, it's the gateway to the car's entire electronic control system. Through that single interface, someone can read and modify the vehicle's core data, and with the right equipment, they can even clone the car key and completely bypass its security system.